two. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning. Welcome. Trisha Thompson here to welcome you to our third live stream event in our Image Source live stream summer series. Instead of my trusty partner, Jeff Holt, we brought in a special guest for you guys to talk about summer 2020 trends. Sorry, you guys just got my meeting notice right there. And we'll talk about 2020 trends with Gemline, Mackenzie Hansen, and we'll get into that in just a minute. But I wanted to lay down kind of following our previous ground rules. If you haven't been on one of our live streams before, we'll have a chat, we'll talk about product, we'll talk about trends, and we'll be taking your questions in the question and answer function over here that you've got on your screen. Type in your questions at any time, and we will get to all of them at the end of our session. So with that, I'm going to give you a quick introduction on Mackenzie and Gemline and what we're going to talk about today. Many of you guys are familiar with Gemline, either by name or through their just amazing quality of products and impeccable customer service. For those of you who may not be familiar with the name Gemline, I promise you that you have probably received some of their products in the past, as they're one of our big go-to Reciprocity Road partners. And a little bit about Gemline. For over 60 years, they have strived to be a premier partner and supplier in the promotional product industry. One of the things that really sets them apart, and what we love to work with them on to help you guys out and make your promotions really unique and individual to you, is their design team. Definitely sets Gemline apart. This team designs and builds products in their line with the goal of creating high quality, functional products that meet the demands of how today's consumers work and live. For those products that Gemline doesn't design in-house, they have really taken great care in developing partnerships with trusted brands that complement their quality line. Some of those brand partners include Mirror, Moleskin, Igloo, Samsonite, just to name a few. And here their motto really depicts who they are and how they work with us and how we're able to work with you. It's on trend, on time, and on budget. And Gemline really aims to deliver all of those things for each and every project, and allows us to do the same thing too. So with that, I am happy to introduce Mackenzie Hansen. She is the Northwest Regional Manager for Gemline here in our area, and really our go-to gal for everything we need Gemline. Mackenzie, welcome, and thank you for coming today.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Trisha and the Image Source team for having me today. And I'd like to thank you all for joining and for your time. I know your time is valuable, and I'm grateful to steal a few minutes of it this Wednesday morning. I am going to focus on 3 trends that Gemline has seen prevail kind of despite the recent challenges we've all faced with the pandemic. And those 3 trends or categories are BYO, which stands for Bring Your Own, Inhabitate, and Health and Wellness. You'll also notice most of what I'm going to show you is kitted. We've noticed a huge ask for kits since March. And I hope that you'll find the information and the products that I'm going to highlight valuable.
Perfect. So, I mean, just to kick it off with your categories, and start BYO. So we're probably all familiar with BIO, and we're probably all in our brains putting a B on the end of it and thinking of, potlucks and different things. What does BYO mean in this more professional context, and what are your favorite items in this category?
So BYO kind of came from the idea behind bringing your own water bottle, coffee tumbler, lunch kit, etc. into the office. While offices continue to kind of open up slowly, but the cafeterias might remain closed and coffee stations might remain closed. And I think we all know that restaurants are, still closed or at limited capacity. So that's really where this idea stemmed from. So I'm going to show you kind of 3 products within that BYO category. The first being our Mirror wide mouth water bottle and reusable straw set. So I mentioned kits. It comes in a box like so, and you can decorate on the box itself. And then you open it up, and it's kitted really nicely with the crinkle paper, and it comes with the wide mouth bottle and the straw lid, so the reusable straw. One thing to note about Mir, which you may or may not know, is it's a Seattle company, and each piece comes with a unique give code on the bottom. So you're really able to track where the proceeds of your purchase went. So one thing that Mir does is they give 3% of the proceeds of each item to a give back project, and they call that unique code on the bottom a give code. To date, they have donated $1.3 million. And when you go in and on their website and you type in your give code, you can follow where the proceeds of that purchase went. So a really great give back story there. Mir is a B Corp. They're also climate neutral certified. So a really great option with your Mir. You can also personalize these, which is something else that we've been asked for. So if you are doing this for a large group, you put the personalization on there, the name or whatnot, and that way things don't get mixed up, which we know that we don't want right now, especially. The next option is our Corksicle mug. So this is new to our offering, and Corksicle is a newer brand partner of ours, but you'll notice that I did just highlight 2 of our really trusted brand partners, and so we're excited to have both Mir and Corksicle products. Similar to Mir, Corksicle also has a give back associated. A percentage of proceeds from all Corksicle goes towards Charity Water, which is a charity focused on clean water. So great options there for a give back. And then the final item that I'm going to highlight in this Bring Your Own is our bento box lunch kit. So it comes as a lunch kit like so. Your branding can go right on the lunch box there, or the lunch cooler, I should say. And then if you unzip it, it also comes with this bento box here. So perfect for lunch now that we're all having to kind of bring our own into the office.
That makes perfect sense. So question, I mean, I guess maybe not a question, but what I'm excited about and what we've been asked about a lot is really not only doing some reusable products and that are eco-friendly, but really with Mir and Corksicle taking that social responsibility piece to the next level, so that we are being, better corporate citizens, better stewards of the earth in more than one way. So that's something that I love about both of those brands. I also really love that Mir is our kind of hometown brand here in the Seattle area. So the next trend, I loved what you said. So inhabitate, I was intrigued. So tell us about it. What is that?
So if you remember in the beginning, Trisha mentioned that Gemline has our own design team. And so believe it or not, inhabitate was presented as a 2020 trend prior to the pandemic. The focus here was to create products that pioneered new ways in which we work, live, and play. And Gemline never imagined how appropriate this category would be now that has totally shifted into, working from home and finding new ways to entertain, the family and whatnot. So 3 products that I want to focus on here. The first is our Igloo cooler. So you'll notice another name brand here with Igloo. Traditionally, this might be used for a golf tournament or something along those lines. And we've really seen coolers, especially the larger coolers, pivot to employee appreciation gifts and that kind of thing. So that kind of falls into that work category, new ways in which we work. The next option is our taco night kit, which you will see here. So it comes in this tote bag like so. Again, decoration on the tote is available. And then on the inside, it comes with an apron that is customizable. And the apron has a nice little bottle opener on it. And then it also comes with this taco kit which is everything that you would need to make tacos at home. So it is really great for family dinners, creating kind of unity within the family while the restaurants remain closed, and something kind of fun to offer, again, maybe as an employee appreciation or a morale booster kit. And so that kind of falls into that new ways that we're living category. And then finally, our movie night kit. So similar to the taco kit, kind of promoting the idea of togetherness, maybe movies at home, you know, because theaters have been closed and whatnot. So this one comes packaged the same way that that mirror kit did. So a decoration is available on the box for customization there. And then you open it up and it comes with the crinkle paper, it comes with a popper, it comes with kernels and seasoning. So you can do your cheesy white cheddar or your sweet and salty kettle corn. So kind of something for everyone there in terms of your sweet and salty. So that one falls into the new ways in which we're playing and having to get creative there.
I love that. And I'm going to be talking to you about that popcorn kit later. I've got a project, the team that needs something like that. So it wouldn't be an image source meeting if we didn't do some giveaway. So I'm going to stop for just a second. And the first person that types in with their name, email address, and phone number is going to win this taco night kit. I've been in love with this thing since the very first time I saw it when it came out. And so let's get one of these into one of your guys' hands. And Sierra will grab your name and information, and we'll be in touch to send this to you. So first person, name, email address, and phone number is going to get that taco night kit. Our last category, health and wellness. In the past, when we think about it, we're thinking of maybe, you know, exercise gear, a water bottle, a Fitbit. I think that probably represents something a little bit different in our current time. So could you walk us through that, and where's Gemline on that? What kind of things can you help with?
Yeah, absolutely. So health and wellness is another trend that Gemline was focusing on prior to the pandemic. Kind of like you mentioned initially, the ideas were to create products surrounding physical and mental health. So gym duffel bags, we have a wellness journal in our line, kind of for that mental health, jotting down notes and whatnot. We have a hydro pod that was meant to sit on your desk, but for, you know, really obvious reasons, this category has morphed into something much bigger. We introduced new retail brand partners very quickly in Soapbox and Beekman 1802, who are both kind of hand care lines. So I'll kind of touch on a Soapbox item here. So I mentioned hand care. So we have bar soap. We have soap that comes in the pump like so. And then we also have hand lotion. So this is an example of Soapbox. Again, this is a Gemline item that can be decorated here with your logo, and then it's the two Soapbox items kitted inside. Lots of different scents available here. And Soapbox is another give back. So their motto is soap equals hope. And similar to what you saw with Mirror, each piece on the bottom comes with, actually, sorry, on the back here, comes with what Soapbox calls a hope code. And so you can go in, type in your hope code and track the give back there. So they give 1 bar of soap to a community in need for every bar of soap that is purchased. So really great give back there as well. I did mention Beekman 1802, so it's a similar line there, but there's a little bit of a different formula. So the Beekman 1802 is made with goat milk. And then, you know, everyone's seen the CDC hand wash guidelines, and so that's why we really thought it was appropriate to introduce these brands, and we're really excited to have them on board. And then the next category in this health and wellness line is PPE. So we couldn't make it through a webinar in July of 2020 without the phrase PPE, right?
Definitely.
Something that, you know, no one ever said or heard of 6 months ago. But we have introduced PPE items into our line. We've worked really hard to make sure that the quality is really great. This is just one example. So this comes with a roomy pouch. and then open it up inside, and it comes with 2 reusable masks, which are customizable, and then a hand sanitizer as well. So on this hand sanitizer, I don't know if you can tell, but it does say Gemline approved. And that is something that we're really proud of. We went through extra testing and whatnot to ensure that what we were told is in the hand sanitizer is actually in the hand sanitizer, and it falls within the guidelines of having enough alcohol content and that kind of thing. So that's just one example of our PPE kits. We have many others, and then we also have bulk PPE available as well. So keep that in mind as you're working on your upcoming projects.
Mackenzie, that's awesome. And you're right, we couldn't get through a meeting in July of 2020 without talking about PPE. I do have to say a couple of things just from experience and what our team is using here at ImageSource. Those soapbox sets are fantastic. So they're hitting our health and wellness, they're hitting our keep clean, they're hitting a PPE, but they're also, again, that give back piece, which I love. The more we can do with the things that we're giving, the things that are tools that people are using, the better. I also really love the fact that these things are coming in kits, because as more people maybe are coming back to work, maybe that's waiting for them, maybe it's sent to their house. I don't know. I think that's fantastic. So we've gone through BYO, we've gone through Inhabitate, and we've gone through health and wellness. Before we get to our question and answer session, I am, of course, going to throw it right back out to our audience of folks, and I want to give away 2 more things. So the next 2 people that send in their name, their email address, and their phone number, we're going to give away that bento box kit. So if you are going back to work, you can bring your own lunch. So we'll hit a little BYO, and then we're also going to also do that soapbox gift kit. So we'll hit a little PPE in there too. So we'll have all 3 categories represented and get these gifts out to you guys. So we do have a few questions in here. So Mackenzie, I'm going to read what we've got here. And the first question that came in is that we've got a team that has a project that needs to be kitted together. Are there other kit options that Gemline can custom produce, or can ImageSource help with that? And I'm going to add another little question on there too. So is there other kits that Gemline can produce or that we can help with here at ImageSource? I know we can do all kinds of kitting and drop shipping, but can we drop ship straight from Gemline? Tell us about that.
So the quick answer here is yes. We at Gemline can create kind of any kit that you'd like to see with any of our products. We're happy to kit those for you at our Gemline facility, and we can drop ship to, across the US and Canada. Okay,
fantastic. What about the other kind of kits, Mackenzie? What other kind of things do you guys have?
Sure. So you saw a lot of the examples here today. We have, in terms of PPE kits, we have larger options. This was kind of a smaller option. We have different options that are meant for, the whole office. Maybe someone in HR needs the kit. We have a thermometer, so if you're taking temperatures as people are arriving to the office, that kind of thing. So larger kitting options and reusable masks and whatnot. And then we also, you saw the taco kit and the popcorn set. So those fall into what we call our gourmet expression line. And so we have a ton of gourmet food options. We have a full team dedicated to finding snacks that are, like the name says, really gourmet. And we've kitted those into similar, individual options that we could drop ship to every member on your team, or larger options that could be used as kind of put it in the break room as a morale booster kind of thing. So small and large options within the gourmet expression line as well. And then we can create custom kits. So we could do a water bottle and put it in the water bottle sleeve on a backpack. We could, throw in a moleskin journal in those kits as well. So a lot of custom options available. And again, we'll kit all of that for you.
question came in over here, Mackenzie. Awesome that they can do different kits and you guys can kit them together. It's kind of a two-part question. One, can we send insert like little cards or information to go in the kits that are leaving from you? That's the first part of the question. And then the second part of the question is about how long does it take to produce and put the kits together, and then where do you guys ship from?
So yes, you can send us whatever you'd like, you know, a little card. We also have a card option, so we could even do the card for you. Something that we don't have in our line, like say a t-shirt, you can go ahead and send us those and we can kit that for you as well. We ship out of Lawrence, Massachusetts. And in terms of timeline, it takes about, it depends on the project, the quantity, the decoration and whatnot. Approximately, you know, 2 days for a proof, and then 2 days from proof approval for the decoration, and then about another 2 days for the kitting. So that's kind of just a really rough general rule. Again, if it's larger quantities, it might take a little bit longer. If it's smaller, it might be a little faster.
Fantastic. I want to give a quick shout out. It looks like we've got 2 winners. Wendy Goff has won our taco night set, and Amber has won our bento box. It looks like we have one more gift still to give away. So if anybody's out there and wants to win the soapbox set, type in your name, email, and phone number right now, and we'll make sure we get that to you. And then I just wanted to throw it back out to you and see if there's any other questions. And if not, I do want to follow up with, I know that Mackenzie has put together a PDF presentation of all of the things that she talked about today, and the things that you guys had some kind of previews on in your newsletter last week. And we'll be sending that in an email to everybody who's on the call today. And so if you have any questions about any of the products on there or any of the kitting or any of the types of things that we've talked about today, please talk with your AE team. They are ready to help and ready to go. We know that everybody right now is in the middle of summer and vacation, and maybe they're missing their, you guys are missing your picnics or your barbecues or your big events that you've done with your teams in the past. Gemline, you know, can deliver obviously the picnic and a lot of the food and fun stuff for you. So let's get to work on some of those. Mackenzie, I really want to thank you. You are our first guest on our live stream series. So thank you for being the first one to step up and be a part of it. We love Gemline. You've been fantastic to work with, and it's nice to be able to introduce you to our team and know who's really doing the work in the background. So thank you there. And also for being the highlight of our latest newsletter. So we really appreciate it. I want to, is there anything else that you need anybody to know as I'm closing out here?
I don't think so. Of course, if there's any questions, you, Tricia, know where to find me. And again, thank you so much for your time and for having me on. It was really great. Kind of a nice change up from the day-to-day. So thank you.
Definitely. So for those of you on the call, we are kind of wrapping up. Please make sure, like I said, tag your account team for any questions, projects, brainstorming, whatever you need. And that's going to be it for this live stream, but please join us on July 29th for our next live stream event. That's going to be a 2020-2021 apparel trends presentation with Robin George from Sanmar. Stay tuned in your email for the next newsletter with some previews and a way to register for the event and join us in a couple of weeks. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your partnership and your business. I hope everybody has a great day. And if you're in the Seattle area, get out there and enjoy some of this sun. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great day.